Greetings, horror fans. I am Ween from the B3 Horror Podcast, here to talk to you about the Season 1 premiere of The Last of Us Season 2, the repeat of the Last of Us 2 video game. I'll keep this brief, I hope. I took some notes. This is my first time making this, so be gentle. I just watched the episode twice now, and I was not disappointed. I'm really excited to see what they'll do and what they'll keep or what they'll embellish from the game or what they'll add. The little things that they add overall, like, I know that, guys, you know it's coming. You know it's gonna happen. Things that are gonna happen in the show that didn't happen in the game. It's just to move story along or make more drama or make it more viewable for, a TV audience rather than a game audience. Game is interactive, TV's not, so can't believe I had to explain that. But I'm super excited for this too, because after watching Season 1, boyfriend and I were so impressed and loved the show and loved that it was a game. And even having not watched the game, I could tell some frames sometimes, some scenes, like in the very first episode when they're in the truck and they're driving all over the place, driving crazy and getting in, almost crashing. I know that was in the game, and it's so cool how they do that because they have, the creator involved. That's a very important aspect. Anyway, we were so stoked about it that boyfriend decided to purchase and play together The Last of Us 2. Caveat to that, boyfriend played, I watched, because I do not play games. We got through it. It was cool. It took a while. Obviously, this game is hours long. Boyfriend, he's more of a, FYI, he's more of a Diablo, Path of Exile, WoW kind of player. He, doing those story-driven actions is not, his game, not his kind of cup of tea, but we got through it because we just wanted the story. It was really cool. Also, the Hollywood Reporter just clocked in the viewership of, that's not a word, is it? Of the first episode. The first episode of Season 2 premiered had 5.3 million viewers, 13% higher than the Season 1 premiere, which is crazy. And I think that was 415 or something. The Season 1 finale had 8.2 million. So we're close. I'm really wondering how they're gonna take things. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Again, I will try to be brief. Let's talk about Ellie. Personally, the casting choice for Ellie was hit and miss with people. I get it, but I remember this bitch from Game of Thrones, and I loved her character. She was a badass through and through. She was a leader, and I believed it, even though she was a baby. Last season, she was portraying 14-year-old Ellie. Season 2 starts, it's 5 years later, and now she is 19. She's a young person. That's, any labels is not specifically mentioned, so, or non-label for that matter is not specifically mentioned. So unless otherwise corrected, I will refer to her as she, her. I prepared myself from Season 1 that Bella Ramsey was probably not going to visibly age much because she's got this cute baby face. But you know what? Who gives a fuck? She's amazing. She's a wonderful actress. I believe her as Ellie. Even her voice, her timbre of voice, IMO, is so similar to that of Ashley Johnson's, who voiced her in the game. It was so similar. And Like, she paid attention. And I forget too that Bella is British. I watched her in an interview recently and I was like, ah, and I totally forgot. She's very convincing. She's absolutely wonderful. But she's gonna look young, like probably forever, but that's not her fault. So that's totally normal. That happens in real time. We all know people that just like do not age, annoyingly so, but we know those people. Who cares? She did age a bit. Even in the first episode, I think her voice is slightly deeper. Her demeanor is more confident, a little more like, chest puffed. Because, she's trying to prove herself. She's trying to make herself fit in this world of, being a protector of this town and contributing to it, even given what she's already been through in season 1. And, like most things like this, the not all the time, and I think overall the game/show does a pretty good job of doing a gender balance of men and women both going on patrols and protecting the town and things, but predominantly it's a man's world, and they make jokes too, she and her friend Dina, get to her, that it's a boys club. It's predominantly, let the men handle it. Bullshit. She's just as tough. And she's just as smart. And her survival instincts are honed. Partly thanks to Joel, because he taught her. But Joel taught her. Like, dude, you really gonna question that? I don't know. I'm seeing so many comments about poor Bella and her portrayal of Ellie in this season already. And it's just been the first episode, about how annoying she is, and particularly her teenage hubris. Yeah, you've been around any teenagers lately? Do you remember being a teenager? Yeah, they're all like that. They're like, oh, she's so like combative and so, annoying and obnoxious and mean and everything. It's like, well, she's a teenager. Like, I don't. Does no one remember being a teenager? It's exactly like this. She's also, on top of all that, is a survivor and a young person trying to find their place in the world. And she's, again, surrounded predominantly by men. And I'm not sure why I don't understand why everybody's so shocked by her portrayal of her. It's not wholly different from the game. People are like, oh, the, game Ellie was much more like respectful of authority, and no, she wasn't. Bro, get out of here. But bear in mind too, this is a TV show. A TV show's portrayal. She needs to have somewhere to go. Her character arc needs to be cast wider for us to see a change in her, because it's coming. She's not always going to be like this, but we got to see where she goes. We have to see her attitude shift and go somewhere. Trust and believe it will happen. All right. If you know, you know. All right. Secondly, Joel's in therapy. Poor Joel. Also, not bothered by this. This was not in the game. And it's not because Pedro Pascal and company are trying to portray a softer Joel. My theory is that they're trying to get a peek for the audience that you already knew from the games, but you don't know as a TV audience. They're trying to give the audience a bigger picture of what's going on in Joel's mind. Why he's still so overprotective of her, why they're having conflict. And there was a scene in the game where the game version, Joel admits to Tommy, his brother Tommy, what he did at the end of the first game / season was by saving Ellie from the Fireflies and annihilating most of them. He confides that in Tommy, and he does not in the show. He does it to a therapist played by the great Catherine O'Hara. Love her. God, she's so thin. Anyway, it's an expo dump. Like, what do you want? It's not exactly like it is in the game, no, but it's a film expose, and By the way, maybe I should just be staying away from Reddit reviews for the next foreseeable future, because y'all are harsh. And I tried to read other, magazine reviews. God, I'm old. In particular, there was a review from Forbes. I think his name is Eric Kane. I read through it, and it was a thorough review, but honestly, I disagreed with him on nearly every point. But, that's why he works for Forbes, and I'm just sitting here in my room and talking about a TV show. Anyway, next, Dina. We are introduced to, among, the townspeople and amongst Ellie and Joel's friends is Dina. I'll admit, when I first saw the actress, just the photo on IMDb, who's going to be playing who, and I saw the actress and saw her picture of who's going to be playing Dina, I'm like, she's way too pretty. No, that's not going to work. Now that I've seen her in the show, yes, look, she's still gorgeous, but her portrayal, she downplays her beauty. She has more to offer. She's spunky, she's sassy, and kind of a free spirit, but she's also calculated when she needs to be. She and Ellie, there's a part where they're going on a patrol together and they kind of investigate this building, and they have a little bit, funny banter, but on top of the funny banter, they also communicate non-verbally and understand each other very, very well. They're both intuitive. They work together very well. They're very much a yin and yang. I loved that. I thought she was a fantastic actress. The actress's name, her name escapes me, I'm sorry. The actress playing Dina and Bella Ramsey have electric chemistry. I was taken aback both times I watched this. I was like, oh, the scene at the dance where they're dancing together and they eventually kiss, spoiler, it was electric. I can't wait to see them more together throughout the season. It was a really good start, really, really good. Fair warning for those with a conservative view who do not already know from the game, but yeah, this is going to be our couple for the season. And honestly, if you already did not know that from the game, or the other gay couple from the first season, like, what are you even doing here? Get out here. If you have a problem with it, is what I'm saying. Not a secret. All right. Last point, Abby. We are introduced to Abby. Can't say much about her yet, even though, again, I've gone through the game. I know who she is and who she's voiced by. Laura Bailey, mwah, poor thing. She got a lot of shit for this game, and it was totally unnecessary. People suck. But Ellie, played by Caitlin Dever. I'm not going to make a call about her just yet. The acting was good. I thought her look was good. Now, in the game, present day Abby, like 5 years later Abby, is ripped to shit. She is a fucking beefcake. She has been doing Arnold's Gold Gym routine and fucking ripping it up. But oddly, a lot of the players and reviewers found that off-putting. But one even said that she was comically muscled, or how did she find time to go to the gym? Like in a post-apocalyptic world. Like, not much to do, A, and B, she has a mission, and we will see this more fleshed out. She is on a single mission. She is a very determined character, extremely so, obnoxiously so. She is a one-mission person, and she is going to do with every fiber of her being, work to accomplish it. we'll see later, I'm sure, but Abby has been, and where Abby has been and what she's been doing. But those who've played the game, really? You have a problem already? Mm-hmm. Okay. I honestly was kind of disappointed that the actress didn't seem to, because in the beginning she's supposed to be, you know, still pretty thin and lithe. She's not a beefcake yet. But I'm guessing that the actress doesn't suddenly bulk up like 40 pounds of muscle in the next week. So who knows? All in all this to say, and again, this is my humble opinion. I'm not a professional reviewer by any means. You know, Ray and I just fart around on a podcast and talk about shit, and we love it. So thank you very much for sticking with me and sticking with us and hanging out. I hope you guys like the show too. Let me know in the comments. Please be nice. I'm excited to see where they'll take it. Please be realistic, though. Not every single moment of the game is going to be portrayed, but when those little gems, those little moments happen, when they beautifully replicate a scene or a frame, it brings joy to my heart. I love it. I love seeing, you know, what I've already seen. Sounds weird. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks, guys. Keep it spooky, bitches.